it better to wait and save money to buy the place that you really like, or should you jump into the market now? I'll attempt to answer that question for you on today's episode. Well, maybe I'll wait a little bit, I'll save some more money, and then I'll buy a place in 6 months to maybe next year. I actually hear this a lot, particularly when I'm working with someone who either has a bit of a limited budget, or they say they're not in a rush, or worse, both. Here's what that person is thinking. They have a certain amount of cash available for a down payment, and then based on their income, they qualify for a certain amount of mortgage. Now, what they can afford isn't quite what they're looking for. So if they could increase the amount of cash that they have available, then they could buy a more expensive place. And that's assuming that their income isn't changing and the amount of mortgage that they qualify for stays the same. And that would be a good plan if it wasn't for one critical aspect. It's the rate at which prices are increasing. Here's what I mean. Let's say you're in a position to buy something now and what you could afford is about $650,000. If you were to buy something at that rate, your minimum down payment would be $40,000. Your land transfer tax, assuming you're in Toronto, and depending on whether you're a first-time buyer or not, could either be $10,475 or $18,950. And your monthly mortgage payment, assuming 2.29% fixed rate on a 25-year amortization, would be just a little under $2,776. Now let's say instead you decided to wait a year, save up some cash, and in the meantime, the market went up 10%. Your purchase of that same $650,000 place is now $715,000. Your minimum down payment would be $46,500. Your land transfer tax would be a little over $13,000 or about $21,550. And your mortgage payment, using the same assumptions as before, would be $3,042. The difference between those two scenarios for the same place due to market appreciation of about 10% is $9,100 in cash plus a mortgage difference of about $266.22 per month. You would need to save more than $758 per month to outpace the market. Now let's look at another quick example, but using higher price points. Let's say you had the option of buying now at $1.2 million. That means your minimum down payment would be $240,000. Your land transfer tax would either be $32,500 or almost $41,000. And your mortgage payment would be around $4,200 a month, again assuming 2.29% fixed for 25-year amortization. That same place, 12 months later, and I used 15% appreciation just because the housing market has generally appreciated at a faster rate than the condo market. That $1.2 million place is now valued at $1.38 million. Your minimum down payment has increased to $276,000. Land transfer tax has gone up to just a little under $40,000 or $48,150. And your mortgage payment has gone up to $4,830 per month. This is a difference of $43,200 in cash that you need, plus a more expensive mortgage of about $630 per month. You would need to save more than $3,600 a month to outpace the market. So, how much money are you able to put away each month? If you're not able to outpace what the increased costs are going to be, then the best case scenario is that you're buying the same place for more money. And don't forget the mortgage qualification part. In the scenarios that I outlined, the amount that you need to borrow actually increased. So the assumption is that you already have more than the minimum down payment required and that you're actually saving up to afford a nicer place. At the end of the day, waiting may not necessarily be the best strategy for you due to the likelihood of price increases. In order for waiting to make sense, you need to be saving some serious cash monthly, or you are maybe expecting a raise, or you're hoping that the market doesn't go up, something that hasn't happened for a sustained period in quite some time. I'm Jamie Harnish, Toronto Real Estate Navigator with Bosley Real Estate. I want to thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you again. Take care.